Am I in the air?
Do I have everybody's attention now? Do I have everybody's attention now?
Don, I got you.
Do I have everybody's
Sunday
attention now?
You put them cameras on me, then you must be willing to get that heart touch. This a must-see feeling. The news ain't good, then it must be villain. So I say a tag grounded, I don't trust these ceilings. Spread across your nose, and I'm on your ear, highest necks on the cloud. Am I in the air? Sunday nights, prime time. I flex my better, Voltron transform to DX Don Mega. And off scene, you probably think I'm nice, cause I flow like a stream to your wireless device. And the smoke all the steam on any given night. I'll short like a piece of any given slice. And for the latest and what is best about, I tune in and tune the rest out, Don. You gotta tell them, am I in the clear? Is this thing on? Am I on the air? On the air?
Well, all right. What is going down, everybody? Welcome back to another brand new edition of Am I on the Air? My name is Don Mega. I'm your host, and I'm so happy that you're here to join me tonight to get caught up with all the latest and the greatest when it comes to entertainment news, television, movies, non-spoiler reviews. You come here on a week-to-week basis to get caught up with it all. It's season 26, episode 11, and tonight's show is titled Fury of the Pods. We're going to be breaking down the news from March 15th through today, March 21st. We're broadcasting live from the Red Dragons radio studios here in lovely Tucson, Arizona, and we're ready to get you guys caught up with everything going down. Now, before we get started, I do got a plug for you guys. You know, the number one movie in America right now is Shazam 2, Shazam Fury of the Gods. And we're going to talk more about this movie in a non-spoiler way. Plus some news has kind of gone around it with the box office and the not-so-great start this movie had. But you can always count on Am I on the Air to bring you that spoiler review, and that's exactly what we did. I got it together with my boys, Peeps and Friggins, as always, and we did our Am I Still on the Air Shazam Fury of the Gods spoiler review. This past weekend, we actually recorded it on Saturday night, went live on YouTube, and did a nice hour-and-a-half discussion on this film. So if you haven't caught that yet, make sure you check it out. It is, as always, available in two formats. You can watch it in video form on our YouTube page, youtube.com/Am I on the Air. You can look for it right there, and there's also a playlist that says Am I Still on the Air, so you can find that one and any other ones you'd like to maybe watch. But if video is not your thing, you like to just listen to the audio podcast, you know I always got your hookup. So right here on this same podcast feed, you can listen to the audio version of that spoiler review as well. So it was a fun time this past weekend getting to do that. So if you've seen Shazam and you like to hear some deeper thoughts, make sure you check out our spoiler review, okay? So that's my big plug. Got that out the way. Let's get into our reviews. And I'm going to start. I only got a couple things to talk about, really. Obviously, Shazam. And that's where I'm going to start. Shazam Fury of the Gods. This is Shazam 2. Non-spoiler. And, you know, I've been really looking forward to this film. This is a film that was going to come out last year, got pushed back, got pushed into 2023, then it got moved up to 2022. It was going to come out in December, and then Avatar came out, and they were like, oh, hell no, we can't compete with Avatar. Let's push it back again, and we landed on this March 17th release date. So finally we get back to it. I'm a big fan of Shazam. The first movie I love it. And it's one of my daughter's favorite movies as well in the DCEU. Because it's funny. It's got the kids. It's got really great action. It's just got a good mix for the family. So I've been looking really forward to Fury of the Gods. And at the end of the day, I really like this movie, man. This was a fun film. And I'm really sad to see it not doing well. To see it getting beat up by critics. This thing has a very poor critic rating. It's actually rotten on Rotten Tomatoes, which is nuts because the first film has like a 90%. So how did we fall so far off? Because this film is very similar to the first film. The audience reception, though, is at 85%. So obviously, most people, fan wise, that are going in to watch it are liking it. And that's great to see. But unfortunately, not many people went out to see it this past weekend. And it only made $30 million in its opening weekend, which is really, really poor, figuring the first movie made about 55 million. And this barely, was half of that, which is very scary. It's a weird time in DC. We talk about this on the spoiler review, how DC is now obviously being rebooted with James Gunn and Peter Safran. They're doing their big DCU. Everybody wondering, is Shazam going to carry over into the new universe? And the big answer to that was, well, depends on how well Shazam Fury of the Gods does, right? If the movie does good and people go out and support it and see it, then there's a good chance that this will continue on. If people don't, then that's that. And well, nobody did. So I'm guessing that's that. And this is probably the end of the road when it comes to Shazam. But overall, this movie is a ton of fun. You have them battling the Daughters of Atlas with the additions this go around of Lucy Liu and Helen Mirren to the cast. Also, Rachel Zegler, who a lot of people only know her from West Side Story. So it was great to see her pop up in this. You have all the returning cast members from the first film. This movie's charming. It's got heart. It's got action. It's got everything you'd really want from a Shazam film. And at the end of the day, I enjoyed it. My daughter enjoyed it. Um, and I think you should go see it. I think if you're a family, you should go see it. It's a fun, fun film, and it's a good time. I would give Shazam 4 out of 5 stars. And my daughter wanted me to shout out that she gave it 5 out of 5. And so there you go, man. It's fun for the whole family for sure. And then once again, make sure you check out our spoiler review after you've seen the movie and see what you think about our thoughts. But overall, I'll tell you right now, all three of us really like this film. So I think that goes to show you, because sometimes we're very judgmental, and the fact that we all three agree it's a really good film probably means it's a pretty good film. So you should check it out. So Shazam, 4 out of 5 stars now in theaters. Over on the TV side, I have nothing really new. No new shows I got into, but there was a couple debuts. I checked out the season 3 premiere of Superman and Lois. Yes, one of the hangovers here to the CW world. Superman and Lois is an incredible show, and this was a great season premiere. I really, really dig this show. And for those of you that have been burned by the Arrowverse and feel like, oh, I can't deal with these CW shows anymore, Superman and Lois doesn't feel like a CW show. This show is very HBO Max. It looks different. It looks higher quality. It looks like it's filmed differently. It just doesn't, I don't want it grouped in with the DC shows on the CW. So keep that in mind. And if it's something you might want to give a shot to, the first couple seasons are on HBO Max that you can watch. And then check out season 3 that just started over on the CW. So very happy that that show is back. And then lastly, another show that I'm super into is Power Book 2 Ghost. Now, if you've been listening to me for a while, last year, you know I got really into a show called Power. And Power was a show on Stars that ran for, God, 6 seasons, I think. I loved it. It was a great, great show. And then when that show ended, it did a bunch of spin offs. And this one here was the first spin off called Ghost, that is basically around the main character from the original show's son. And out of all the spin-offs, this is one of my favorite ones. So this just came back for season 3. The first episode dropped on Friday, and I loved it. This show is back with a bang. It picks you right back into this world, and I am ready for the ride. So check out Power Book 2 Ghost season 3 premiere, now streaming on Stars. And that's all I got for you from a review standpoint. So again, Shazam Fury of the Gods, 4 out of 5 stars, now in theaters. Superman and Lois season 3 is back over on the CW. And Power Book 2 Ghost season 3 back on Stars. Okay. So there you go there. Let's switch gears. Let's get over to our box office, why don't we? So let's talk about this real quick. Coming in at number 10 is Puss in Boots: The Last Wish. Number 9 is Avatar: The Way of Water. Number 8 is Champions. Number 7 is Jesus Revolution. Number 6, Cocaine Bear. Number 5, Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. Number 4, 65. Number 3, Creed 3. Number 2, Scream 6. And number 1 is Fury of the Gods. Shazam 2. Like I said, bringing in 30 million in its debut, which is really, really rough, y'all. Early predictions had Shazam coming out at about 50 mil, and then it was 45, and then it was 40, and it just kept dropping. And I remember thinking to myself, they're crazy. Like, this movie's not going to open that low. This thing will definitely hit 50 million, right? If the first movie could do about 55, there's no doubt the second one can surpass that. And then going into the weekend, they were like, yo, it's only tracking 35 million. And I'm like, there's no way in hell, and it ended up doing even less at 30. And worldwide, it only made 65 million, which, is what it should have made domestically. And that's what it did worldwide. This movie's going to be a financial bomb for DC for sure. It cost about 125 million to make, which means they're going to need over 300 million to break even. Uh, it's going to be a rough road ahead for Shazam, and I'm curious to see how well these next set of films do. We got The Flash, we got Blue Beetle, we got Aquaman 2. How are they going to do? We're going to have to wait and see. Speaking of DC, though, as we shift gears and get into our news of the week, I'm going to kick things off with the kind of announcement of the week, but it is official. James Gunn will be directing Superman Legacy, which is the true theatrical reboot of his new DCU. Superman Legacy will be released in theaters July 11th, 2025. James Gunn wrote the movie. We've all speculated that he would end up directing it, but it was never confirmed until about 5 days ago. And then he finally came out and said, okay, I'm directing it. And it was like, duh. But good news, man. I'm curious to see what James Gunn does with it. Hopefully, it seems like he has a real true passion for Superman, and I can't wait to see his touches on it. Jeremy Irvine is set to lead the horror reboot Return to Silent Hill. So I don't know how Silent Hill gets sequels and reboots. Nobody watched those movies, but there you go. There was a lot of rumors going around that Robert Pattinson couldn't be Batman or Bruce Wayne in the upcoming Penguin show that they're doing on HBO Max because of rights issues. James Gunn has come out and debunked that and basically been like, false. There's nothing holding us back. We're allowed to do with the character as we wish. So good news there, for sure. We have the new trailer for BlackBerry, which is the rise and fall of the first smartphone. Guys, I've been in the wireless industry for many, many, many years, and I grew up on the BlackBerry. So to me, this trailer was hella nostalgic. It looks like something I definitely want to watch. I am curious to see the story of BlackBerry, and this trailer looks awesome. So definitely check it out, starring Jay Baruchel and Glenn Howerton. You can't even really recognize Glenn, man, with the bald head they gave him. But yeah, it looks awesome. So definitely check out the trailer for Blackberry. Um, Peacock comedy Bupkis is coming sooner rather than we thought. We thought maybe it would be next year. It actually looks like it will be later this year. It's Pete Davidson's new comedy series, so that'll be coming soon to Peacock. The Russo brothers' new spy thriller Citadel, even though it hasn't come out yet, comes out the end of April, has already been renewed for a second season. So congratulations there. I'm interested very much in this show, and gives me good hope that they've already renewed it for a second season. We have the trailer for Beef, which is a new dark comedy series coming to Netflix, starring Stephen Yeun and Ali Wong. I like this trailer a lot. I'll definitely be watching this one when it drops on Netflix. The Last of Us creator teases a lot more and different kinds of affected that we will be seeing across the second season. So very exciting there. Um, John Wick 5. A lot of people wondering, John Wick 4 is going to come out this Friday. So a lot of people wondering, what are we going to do for John Wick 5? The director, Chad Stahelski, says they're going to take a break. He says, we're going to give John Wick a rest for a moment. We're going to wait and see. We're going to give things time to chill. And if we feel like the hunger is there, then we'll talk about it, but they're happy with where they're at after 4 right now. And I don't blame them because they've been filming these movies pretty much back to back to back to back. I think Chad Stahelski really wants to do something besides John Wick for once. So they're going to give him a little bit of a break, and I can understand that. But I'm hearing great things about John Wick 4. I already have my tickets for Friday night in IMAX, and I am ready to rock and roll. Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, the co-director teases that the sequel will be like 5 films in one, as they will definitely cross at least 5 multiverses in this film, which will be very interesting to see. Jack Black is reuniting with the Farley brothers for a new Christmas-themed comedy called Dear Santa. Okay, let's go. I'm down for that for sure. A Monk reunion movie has officially been ordered over at Peacock. That's right, bringing back all of the cast, it seems. You're getting a Monk reunion. I didn't watch this show, but I know a lot of people that did, so I think they'll be very excited. It's just like they did with Psych. They brought that back on Peacock, so looking forward to a Monk reunion movie coming soon to Peacock. Days of Our Lives has been renewed through season 60 at Peacock. That's right, season 60. That is insane. But yes, more Days of Our Lives coming to Peacock. So we got word that the Willow series over on Disney Plus has been canceled after just one season. And some people said, "Oh yeah, I saw it coming." And other people said, "No, I love that show. Don't cancel it." And what's weird about this news is a couple days later, the creator and one of the producers came out and said that that's not true. They said, we're going to take a break and we're going to readdress and we're going to see what's going to happen down the road. But the show is definitely not canceled, which is definitely confusing because everybody of say is saying this season is canceled or the show is canceled. So it's definitely interesting that the people behind it are trying to combat that and say, no, it's not. We're just going to take a big break and we're going to figure things out. So
stay with us. We'll be right back.
This is Two Chicks Talking Flicks, where we review movies. We try to dig deeper and go more in depth.
And profound for me.
Yeah, for me, I'm just like, what? We even bring up relevant topics.
I remember from Punky Brewster that you don't go inside the fridge.
No, and we're here to have those tough conversations. Mm-hmm.
And she was wearing a white dress, which
was yellow.
Huh?
It was yellow. So if this sounds like the podcast for you, please enjoy. New episodes every Tuesday.
I'm going to roll with it is canceled at this point, and if anything changes, we will let you know. Okay. So, that's Willow. The let's see here. I'm trying to take a look at what this turned out to be. So Justin Hartley from the show This Is Us, he's got a new CBS series coming out. And his new series has been, hold on, because they changed the name of it, and it's funny because so the new series is simply going to be titled Tracker now, which it was going to be called something else earlier, which a lot of people are laughing at, saying that this makes it easier to spin it off so we could have Tracker Miami, Tracker International, Tracker Hawaii, things like that down the road. But very interesting there. But I am hearing really, really good things about it. It is coming soon to CBS, so keep an eye out for his new show, Tracker. Okay. The Bachelorette, Charity Lawson, has been named the star of season 20. A Gattaca reboot is coming from the Homeland duo over on Showtime. So yeah, Showtime boss says that they say that the new Showtime boss Chris McCarthy is a big fan of the 1997 movie and hopes to update it with a new show on Showtime. I didn't care for Gattaca, so I'm not sure I'm anxious for a reboot, but you know what? I'm always down to check something out and see how it goes. All right. Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein is looking to add Oscar Isaac, Andrew Garfield, and Mia Goth to the cast, which is very interesting. Drew Barrymore is set to host the 2023 MTV Movie and TV Awards. Ruby Gillman, Teenage Kraken trailer has been released by DreamWorks. It's a new fantasy movie. Yes, it's called Ruby Gillman, Teenage Kraken. Alrighty. Don't know about that one. Barry Keoghan is set to is in talks to star in the Gladiator sequel. Yes, they are still moving forward with that. There was a big article that came out a couple days ago with Ben Affleck being interviewed, and they asked him point blank, like, would you be interested in directing something for James Gunn's new DC universe? And he straight up was like, I would not direct something for James Gunn's DC. So it makes me wonder, was that a direct knock on, he says it's not a knock on James Gunn, that he likes James Gunn, but the way he phrased it was like, I don't want to do anything for that universe because I don't like what he's doing, as compared to just, I don't want to really direct any superhero stuff right now, which is what kind of gave me a little bit of pause, because I felt like he could have said it that way and it would have made more sense than just straight coming out and saying, I'm not going to direct anything for James Gunn's DC. So, very interesting there. But it's a great interview, where he also talks about what it was like filming Justice League. When Joss Whedon stepped in and the troubles there, him drinking, the Snyder cut, and really other stuff. He's got the movie Air coming out soon, and just things about his life right now. So it was an awesome article. Make sure to definitely check that out. A new Nicolas Cage thriller is coming soon, as RLJE Films has announced that it's acquired the rights to the new psychological thriller Sympathy for the Devil, starring Nicolas Cage himself and Joel Kinnaman. So that'll be coming soon. Um, Elizabeth Olsen talking about Wanda again. That's right, talking some Scarlet Witch. She says if she was the return, she would want more humor and redemption for Scarlet Witch if and when she returns to the MCU. Yeah, I think when is the bigger question, because we know she's coming back, right? She's got to be back soon. She's too good of a character to not have it. So Nancy Meyers, we talked about her new big expensive rom-com movie on last week's show that Netflix had canceled it. Well, it looks like Warner Brothers is in negotiations to maybe pick up the rights to be able to distribute this movie for her, since Netflix passed. So the movie might not be dead after all. We have your award winners for the Critics' Choice Super Awards, so make sure you check that out. The Super Mario Brothers movie is expected to conquer the Mushroom Kingdom with an estimated 85 to 90 million 5-day opening when it drops Easter weekend. Kerry Russell's The Diplomat is coming soon to Netflix, so get ready to see that. That's supposed to be out in the end of April. YouTube TV announces a 12% rate hike. That's right, for another $8 a month if you want to watch on YouTube television. F Boy Island has been picked up at the CW after its HBO Max cancellation, and F Girl Island spinoff is also in the works. Woo! The Other Two has officially been given a season 3 premiere. Um, it'll be hitting HBO Max later this spring. I never even heard of that show before. The three-way FBI crossover event. We have details on the plot, who will appear, and on what shows. So definitely check that out if you're an FBI fan and like to know more. Barbie Ferreira and Dacre Montgomery are set to star in a Faces of Death remake for Legendary. I don't know how the hell you do a remake of Faces of Death, because I watched Faces of Death back in the 80s when I was a kid, and it's not the kind of movie that you think it is. And I don't see how you just remake it. So I'm very curious to see what they do with that. Kiki Palmer is teaming up with Kevin Hart for a new movie called The Backup, which will be a new comedy. The story is about a man who decides he's ready to settle down with his childhood friend, only for her to reveal that she's engaged to a billionaire and she needs him to be the best man. So we'll see how that goes. I like Kiki Palmer. I like, obviously, Kevin Hart. So we'll go from there. In some real sad news, Lance Reddick passed away at just the young age of 60. Lance Reddick, of course, who was on TV series like HBO's The Wire, Fox's Fringe, obviously the John Wick films. Gonna be in John Wick Chapter 4 this weekend, passing away from natural causes at the age of 60. And everybody speaks so highly of him, so professional, so nice, such a family man. And this one hurt a lot of people, man. This was a big hit, to see him pass away at such a young age. So definitely our thoughts and prayers go to his friends and family. Okay. Going back to the Penguin series they're currently filming, and Theo Rossi has joined the cast of the Batman spinoff. I like Theo Rossi, man. He's always good when he pops up and stuff. He was pretty good on all the Marvel Netflix shows when they were going on. Grey's Anatomy is losing another long-time series regular. So I'll leave that article up there for you to see, because I don't want some of you to think that it's a spoiler. I'm just going to put out that news there, and you can look into it if you like some more. We have the trailer for Joyride. We have the new Red Band trailer as well. I just watched this trailer last night and I laughed my ass off. This movie looks really, really funny. I'm looking forward to this one now. This movie was not on my radar, but now it is. So great job on the trailer. Six of Crows, which will be a Shadow and Bone spinoff, is in official development over at Netflix. So there you go. That's awesome. They're expanding that world. As we know, they're doing a sequel to Twister. It's going to be called Twisters. And Daisy Edgar Jones is set to star in the reboot. So very cool there. She's an awesome actress. So that's a nice twist. Denzel Washington also in talks to join Gladiator 2. We don't know for what role, but man, that's a big step right there for getting Denzel to do it. Now people are going to start being interested in Gladiator 2 for sure. We have the season 2 trailer for Rugrats over on Paramount Plus, so check that out if you're interested. Good Burger 2 is official. That's right. Welcome to Good Burger. Keenan Thompson and Kel Mitchell are returning for a Paramount Plus movie for Good Burger 2. So very, very cool there. Um, Bel Air has been renewed for season 3. That's right. It's going to be the first Peacock original to actually get to its third season. I'm very excited about this. I love Bel Air. I think this show is excellent. So, very happy to see it coming back for season 3. Dancing with the Stars shakeup. Tyra Banks is exiting as the host ahead of season 32. So, no more Tyra Banks. Julianne Hough will actually be joining as the new host. Of course, she is the sister of Derek Huff, who's one of the judges. So, no brainer there to easily slide in a new host. She's awesome. So, I think she'll be a great host. But yeah, Tyra bouncing ahead of season 32 and Julianne Hough picking up the role there. Let's see. Anne Hathaway is set to join Robert Mitchell, David Robert, excuse me, David Robert Mitchell for his new film that he's working on. Tom Cruise has seen The Flash and he loved it. That's right. During a meeting with Warner Brothers Discovery CEO David Zaslav, Tom Cruise reportedly set up an in-home screening of The Flash and was so impressed that he reached out to director Andy Muschietti with immense adulation. That's right. He loved it and he wanted to reach out to Andy and give his love, which is big, man. You know, Tom ain't into these comic book movies, so I think the fact that he loved this movie so much is a really good sign because we're hearing nothing but great things about The Flash. That's for damn sure. So very, very cool to hear. I know some people are like, who cares if Tom Cruise liked it? But I think it's pretty cool just because it is so unique. We have the brand new trailer for Dave. That's right, coming back April 5th over on FXX. So check out the new official full trailer. Hi, I'm Dave. I actually really like this trailer. I'm looking forward to the new season here of Dave. Um, let's see. Avatar 3. This is interesting news here. So supposedly the rumor is that Avatar 3 is 9 hours long. 9 hours. And it's said that James Cameron told the studio, I want to complete all the visual effects for all 9 hours, which could be very, very costly. But hey, Avatar 1 and Avatar 2 are the two biggest movies in the world. So why not, right? So here's the big plan, supposedly. They're going to finish the 9 hour cut. Obviously, they're not putting a 9 hour cut in the theater. So he's going to make a theatrical cut of Avatar 3, which will probably be 3 hours long, like the second one, and put it in theaters. After it's done its theatrical run, James Cameron would like to put the extended cut of Avatar 3 on Disney Plus as a mini series, right? So now you have 9 episodes, 9 hour long episodes, or maybe you do the original movie and then you do the rest of the time as a mini series. I'm guessing they would do a nine hours, like individual hours, right? Because then you could put stuff in anywhere you want it, and it doesn't have to just be extra stuff. Um, I love this idea. I think this is a super cool, unique way that you could use Disney Plus to give you something more and extra and special that you couldn't get in the theater, right? People aren't going to want to watch a 9 hour movie, but they'd be totally down for 9 hours individually as a miniseries, right? We just finished The Last of Us. That was 9 hours. So I think it's a really cool idea, and I really do hope that that's what they do with it. That would be awesome. An animated Black Panther MCU series is reportedly being developed, so very interesting there that they would go the animated route, and we'll see what happens. Speaking of Lance Reddick, that we just talked about him passing, we just found out that he's actually voicing Hellboy in an upcoming video game, so that'd be pretty cool to hear his voice there on that. Kevin Hart saying that he's been talking to Dwayne The Rock Johnson and they're working on putting together another Jumanji movie. So that would be a lot of fun. I don't see why not. They're great, great fun family films. He says they're also working on putting a new project together for the two of them to work on. And I'm always down anytime you got Kevin Hart and The Rock ready to do something. So let's go. Um, it looks like Knock at the Cabin is coming to Peacock. So very, very cool there. Let me see here. I didn't write down the date. Okay, this Friday, guys, this Friday, March 24th, Knock at the Cabin will be available on Peacock. So pretty big right there, man. It's only been in the theaters for a little over a month, and it's already going to be on Peacock. So this is a great movie. If you didn't see Knock at the Cabin, now's your chance. Check it out this Friday, March 24th on Peacock. Terry Crews is set to lead a new CBS comedy pilot based on a comic strip called Jumpstart. So there you go. I love Terry Crews, so we'll be checking that out. Wendy McLennan Covey from the Goldbergs, she's set to headline a new NBC comedy pilot called St. Denis Medical. I'll definitely check it out. It's supposed to be an NBC medical mockumentary. So I love mockumentaries, man. And I love Wendy. She was so good on Reno 911. I've loved her on the Goldbergs. I'm glad that she's already lined up something. We know the Goldbergs is on its final season. So good to see that she's got something else lined up here. Um, let's see here. Oh, I do want to plug as well too. Sorry I didn't do this at the beginning, but my boy Brogy Narek, who has his own YouTube channel, he invited me on over the weekend to talk Shazam as well too. So definitely check out his new episode, his Shazam Fury of the Gods spoiler review, where it's me and him breaking down the movie, and that was a ton of fun to do. So thanks to Brogy Narek for inviting me over. If you want to search that up, it's BROGINARIC. Take a look at his YouTube channel and check out his video for Shazam Fury of the Gods and check out your boy on there. The Rings of Power Season 2 has added Kieran Hines to the cast. A Mephisto MCU special is reportedly being filmed. That's right, an MCU special presentation like we did with Werewolf by Night and the Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special. Supposedly, a Mephisto series is being filmed, maybe even with Sacha Baron Cohen as Mephisto. So nothing concrete from the studio, but this is the rumor going around that it's being secretly filmed. Let's see here. Zack Snyder's Rebel Moon, which comes out the end of the year, is getting its own big ass video game to go along with it. A new role playing game that's supposed to be huge is coming soon. So that's awesome right there to give a little tie in. We have the new season 5 trailer for The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel for its final season. Check that out. We got articles up with the director of Shazam Fury of the Gods talking about the post credit scenes and where they thought they were going for Shazam 3 that we know is not going anymore. James Gunn confirms that he will work with Margot Robbie again, so that's pretty awesome right there. Says that there barely was any. Somebody had asked him if he had changed the script a lot for Guardians of the Galaxy 3 since he wrote it years ago, and he says no, very minimal changes, not much changed at all, which is cool to hear. Daredevil Born Again is officially filming, so a lot of set photos are starting to come out of that, but glad to see that one has gone before the cameras. Fall 2 is in development. That's right. This movie did not do good in the theater at all, but it was made very, very cheap. And since it hit streaming, a lot of people are watching this thing. So many people are watching it online that they decided to move forward with Fall 2. So where do they go on this film? I don't know. But I'll tell you, man, this movie was a lot better than I ever thought it would be. So if you haven't seen Fall yet, definitely check it out. Thanksgiving, the new Eli Roth slasher film has officially begun production. Thanksgiving, of course, is based on one of the fake trailers that happened back on the Quentin Tarantino and Robert Rodriguez Grindhouse that they did many, many, many moons ago. The Everything Everywhere All at Once directors, the Daniels, are set to helm at least one episode of the new Star Wars show Skeleton Crew. So very cool there. The Nun's Corinne Hardy is going to be directing a new haunted tavern film for Platinum Dunes called Lore. Victoria Alonso has exited her impactful role at Marvel Studios after nearly 2 decades of excellence. No word as to why she's exited her role, but she's big time, man. You hear Kevin Feige, you hear Victoria Alonso. She's been a producer on every single Marvel film in the MCU and the TV shows. So a lot of people saying this is a massive hit to Marvel to lose her. I'm very curious to know why, but as of right now, no word as to why she stepped down. The Flamin' Hot movie, that's right, based on Flamin' Hot Cheetos by Eva Longoria, is set for simultaneous release. It'll be coming to Disney Plus and Hulu at the same time. That's right, the movie's called Flamin' Hot. The Ghostbusters Afterlife sequel is now officially filming. It's about damn time. They still have it on the release schedule for the end of the year. I don't think there's any way in hell this movie's coming out by the end of the year. Michelle Rodriguez says that Jason Momoa is the best male villain the franchise has ever had. No doubt there, man. I think it looks awesome. So very excited for that. The Last of Us season 2 not likely to air until late 2024 or early 2025. Oh God, don't make me wait that long. Hopefully it's at least by the end of 2024. Killian Murphy is set to star in and produce an adaptation of Claire Keegan's acclaimed novel Small Things Like These. So that's moving forward. Jordan Peele's new film, his fourth directorial film, has been given a Christmas 2024 release date. Of course, we have no other news on that. Jean-Claude Van Damme rumored to be playing a ghost in Beetlejuice 2. That's right. So nothing confirmed, but that is an idea being floated around, and I like it a lot. I would love JCVD to be a ghost in Beetlejuice 2. Why not? Let's see here. Do do do. Okay, we got that. We got that. We talked about that. So Vision Quest. This is a show that's been rumored for a while that's going to be based on Vision, obviously from the Marvel MCU, and that's coming to Disney Plus. Well, it looks like it is moving forward as they have just hired writers to put the show together. So Vision Quest looking like it's going forward there. Anne Hathaway, along with Michaela Cole, are set to lead A24's new music drama Mother Mary. Eddie Redmayne is set to star in Peacock's The Day of the Jackal series. Michelle Rodriguez says people will also be really surprised at Fast X's ending. Ooh, what you teasing there, girl? What you teasing? Julia Louis-Dreyfus leading A24's new dramedy You Hurt My Feelings, and the first teaser trailer has dropped for that. Game of Thrones vet Ewan Rion is set to join a new drama series, Those About to Die. Netflix's Gears of War movie has grabbed a writer that did both Dune 1 and 2 and some of Doctor Strange. So, big time writer right here to work with Netflix on Gears of War. We have the trailer for Quasi, which is a new comedy movie from the Broken Lizard crew. This will be coming to Hulu on April 20th. Sweet Tooth Season 2. We have the new teaser trailer. Looking forward to Season 2 of Sweet Tooth. For sure, it's been a long time, and the show comes back in April. Star Trek Strange New Worlds. The showrunner says they're already filming Season 3. So big time right there. We thought we were still waiting on Season 2, and they're already moved on to 3. In some shocking Star Wars news, Damon Lindelof, along with Justine Britt Gibson, have exited their secret Star Wars project. Ooh, this is big time because from everything I've been hearing, the only Star Wars project that looked like it was moving along was the Damon Lindelof project. So to hear that that has been scrapped now and they've exited it, ouch. Star Wars is definitely struggling at this point. Maxine, yes, casting rumors have begun. Kevin Bacon, Helen Bonham Carter, Halsey are all being rumored to join the cast of Maxine, which is the third film from the filmmaker who did X and Pearl. Maxine will be the third film to those. The House Across the Lake. Paul Feig might actually be directing the thriller from Netflix that is based on the book by Riley Sager. So that'd be interesting there. All three Riddick films are going to be hitting Netflix right now. So as of today, you can check out Pitch Black, The Chronicles of Riddick, and Riddick all on Netflix. So pretty cool there. Working Moms is back for the 7th and final season, premiering on April 26th. Sweet Tooth Season 2, April 27th. And you can check out that new teaser trailer like I talked about there. We're ready for it. The sixth and final season of Better Call Saul will be premiering in the U.S. on Netflix April 18th. Um, some reports came out that said that there was going to be a post-credit scene at the end of Shazam that was going to be bringing some characters from Black Adam to kind of recruit Shazam to be a part of a crew. Then the report said that it was actually The Rock that kiboshed it and was like, no, we're not doing that scene. I don't want it in Shazam. Let's not do it. So the scene was scrapped. Now, there's been articles that have come out today about this. Like, is it true? Did The Rock really do that? So forth and so forth. I honestly, very much so, thought this was fake. I was like, there's no way. The Rock is a producer on Shazam. Why would he not want to do something cool like that to tie the universes together, right? So I didn't believe it at all. Well, it might actually be true because an article that was posted from the Hollywood Reporter talking about this situation, Zachary Levi retweeted it and added the caption, "The truth shall set you free." Whoo! So sounds like he's confirming that was supposed to happen, and The Rock stopped it. So I would love for The Rock to set the record straight. I really do hope he comes out at some point and explains himself, because I love The Rock so much. But this business move doesn't make any sense. You know, you were never going to keep Black Adam and Shazam away from each other. They're so tied together. Why fight it? You know what I mean? They already said he didn't want to do a cameo himself, so why not allow other people to do a cameo? It doesn't make any sense, but I'm glad Zachary Levi backed it up and spoke out about it. So very, very interesting there. And on that note, we're going to end the show. So look at us ending it right around the 40-minute mark, coming in nice. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Thanks for listening as we've caught you up with the last week's worth of news. I hope you've enjoyed. I hope you feel more knowledgeable. Let's do some plugs. amiontheair.com is our official webpage. Make sure you bookmark that, check it out, share it. It's an easy way to get to everything, right? And it even has a great mobile version you can do on your phone. We, of course, like us on Facebook, facebook.com/Am I on the Air. Follow us on Twitter at Am I on the Air. Follow me on Twitter at DXDonMega. Make sure you subscribe to the podcast on Apple Podcasts. Give us a 5-star review. Give us a like, subscribe so you never miss an episode. If Apple's not your thing, get us on Spotify, Amazon Music, Google Podcasts, Spreaker, Stitcher, TuneIn. We're on everything. So just search Am I on the Air and you'll find it. And don't forget to subscribe to us on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. It's all simply at Am I on the Air. So we try to make it as simple for you as we can. Shout out to our great affiliates at Red Dragons Radio and the Pop Culture Pros. Make sure you follow on Twitter at Red Dragons Radio and at popculture_pros. That'll do it for me on this March the 21st. I hope you all had an amazing day. Hope you all have an amazing week. Can't wait to check out Shazam this weekend. My birthday is Thursday, and I'm very excited. So I'm gonna take the day off from work and have a little bit of me time just to chill and relax. So yeah, it's gonna be awesome. Looking forward to a great weekend, and we'll be back next week, same bat time, same bat channel, with an all new episode of Am I on the Air? So take care of yourselves and each other, and until next time, y'all. Peace.
Bye, everybody. Thank you for listening. Red Dragon! Red Dragon!